Are you kidding me right now? The WWE just made the biggest mistake in professional wrestling history, and I'm about to expose exactly why this is an absolute slap in the face to every single wrestling fan who's been loyal to this company. Brock Lesnar, a part-timer who shows up whenever his bank account needs padding, just destroyed Cody Rhodes and walked out as your undisputed champion. The man who bleeds, sweats, and sacrifices everything for this business just got buried by someone who couldn't care less about you, the fans. Let me paint you a picture that's going to make your blood boil. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, the man who finished his story, the wrestler who came back to WWE for one reason, to honor his father's legacy and give us 5-star matches every single week, just got annihilated in under 12 minutes by a beast who hasn't cut a full promo in years. This wasn't just a match. This was a systematic execution designed to send one message: your dedication, your loyalty, your passion means absolutely nothing when Vince's golden boy needs another title reign. Question 1, drop in the comments, how many days do you think Brock will actually defend this title? I'm betting under 50. Now let me break down exactly what happened on SmackDown, and trust me, by the end of this video, you're either going to be throwing your remote at the screen or finally understanding why the WWE universe is in absolute chaos right now. Hit that subscribe button because Wrestling Zone 1 is the only place giving you the unfiltered truth that WWE doesn't want you to know. For weeks, we've been watching Cody Rhodes defend that undisputed championship with the heart of a true champion. He's faced Kevin Owens, he's survived Logan Paul, he's given us incredible matches against AJ Styles, matches that remind us why we fell in love with professional wrestling in the first place. Every single week, Cody shows up, cuts emotional promos that connect with the audience, and delivers in that ring like his life depends on it. But here's where things get absolutely disgusting. 3 weeks ago, Paul Heyman appeared on our screens with that smug smile, teasing the return of his client. And we all knew what was coming, didn't we? The same tired playbook WWE runs every single time they panic about ratings or need a cheap pop. Bring back Brock Lesnar, feed him to the champion, and watch the fireworks. Except this time, they didn't just bring Brock back for a program. They brought him back to take everything Cody worked for and flush it down the toilet. The disrespect is astronomical. Cody Rhodes worked 316 days as your champion, showing up at house shows, doing media appearances, representing WWE with class and dignity, while Brock was probably sitting on his farm in Saskatchewan counting his millions. Question 2, be honest in the comments, would you rather see Cody with a year-long reign or Brock with the belt? No wrong answers, but one makes you complicit in killing wrestling. SmackDown opened with Michael Cole hyping this match like it was the second coming of Hogan vs. Andre. The atmosphere in the arena was electric. Fans were split down the middle. You had the die-hard Cody supporters with their American Nightmare signs, and then you had the Brock marks who apparently enjoy watching a man show up 4 times a year and collect a paycheck bigger than the entire roster combined. The bell rings, and immediately, Brock goes into suplex city mode. German suplex number 1, Cody lands hard. German suplex number 2, Cody's neck is already showing the strain. By the third German suplex, it's clear this isn't a competitive match, it's a public execution. And where was the drama? Where was the back and forth we were promised? Gone. Vanished. Replaced by WWE's favorite booking strategy, make the full-timer look weak so the part-timer looks strong. Cody tries to fight back, and credit to him, the man's got heart. He hits Brock with a disaster kick that actually staggers the beast. The crowd erupts. For one beautiful moment, we believed. Cody sets up for the Cross Rhodes, the move that's put away legends, and, boom, Brock counters with a brutal spinebuster that shakes the entire ring. Question 3, quick one, what was your reaction when Brock kicked out of the Cross Rhodes at 1? Drop her if you threw something at your TV. Here's where it gets worse. Cody digs deep, channeling everything his father taught him, everything this business means to him, and he hits not 1, but 2 Cross Rhodes back to back. The referee counts 1, 2, and Brock also kicks out at 1. Not 2.5, not a dramatic near fall 1. Like Cody's finishing move was a gentle massage. The commentators try to sell it as Brock being superhuman, but let's call it what it really is, complete and utter disrespect to Cody Rhodes and everyone who's been invested in his championship reign. The end comes fast and brutal. Brock hits an F5 that sends Cody crashing to the mat. But it's not enough for the beast. Oh no. He picks Cody up, hits a second F5, and the referee has no choice but to count the 3. Your new undisputed champion, ladies and gentlemen, a man who will now disappear for 6 weeks while the rest of the roster kills themselves on Raw and SmackDown to keep you entertained. But wait, because WWE couldn't just give us a controversial finish and move on. No, they had to twist the knife. After the match, Brock Lesnar stands over Cody's broken body, and instead of showing any respect, any acknowledgement of the war they just had, Brock picks Cody up and hits a third F5 onto the steel steps outside the ring. The sound of Cody's body hitting that steel echoed through the arena like a death knell for everything WWE claims to stand for. Medical staff rushes out, and we're watching Cody Rhodes, the man who gave us moment after moment for nearly a year, being stretchered out of the arena while Brock Lesnar poses with a championship belt that he doesn't even need. This man has held every title multiple times. His main event WrestleMania more times than most wrestlers have appeared at WrestleMania. What does he need this title reign for, except to boost his already inflated ego and bank account? Paul Heyman grabs a microphone, and you already know what's coming. The same promo he's cut 100 times. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and my client, Brock Lesnar, is the undisputed WWE champion. Revolutionary stuff there, Paul. Really groundbreaking content that definitely justifies ending one of the most beloved championship reigns in recent memory. Question 4, controversial question time. Is Paul Heyman the best or worst thing to happen to Brock's career? Defend your answer in the comments because this one's going to get heated. Let me explain why this isn't just bad booking, it's a catastrophic decision that exposes everything wrong with modern WWE. First, you have Cody Rhodes, a man who literally left WWE, conquered the independent scene, became the hottest free agent in wrestling, helped build AEW from the ground up, and then came back to WWE to finish his story. His championship reign represented hope, redemption, and the promise that hard work and dedication actually matter in this business. Now, that message is dead. Buried under 3 F5s and the cold reality that Vince McMahon, or Triple H, or whoever's really making these decisions, will always favor the established draw over the passionate performer. It doesn't matter if you show up every week. It doesn't matter if you pour your soul into this business. When the company needs a quick ratings boost or wants to make headlines, they'll sacrifice you for the part-timer every single time. Second, think about what this does to the entire roster. Guys like LA Knight, who's been busting his tail to get over. Seth Rollins, whose body is held together by sheer willpower and athletic tape. Gunther, who just had an incredible Intercontinental Championship reign. What message does this send to them? That no matter how hard you work, no matter how much the fans love you, you'll always be second-class citizens compared to Brock Lesnar and whatever other legends WWE decides to dust off when they need a big moment. Now, look, I'm not completely unreasonable. There is a possible scenario where this makes sense, and I'm going to give WWE the benefit of the doubt for exactly 30 seconds. If, and this is a massive if, this is setting up a story where Cody has to claw his way back to the championship, fighting through every obstacle, finally defeating Brock at WrestleMania in an even bigger moment than before, then maybe, just maybe, this will be worth it. Imagine this, Cody spends the next months being told he doesn't have it anymore, that he can't beat Brock, that his story is over. He fights through the Royal Rumble, earns his shot, and at WrestleMania, in front of 80,000 screaming fans, he finally slays the beast and reclaims what's rightfully his. That's a story worth telling. That's a WrestleMania moment that could define a generation. But here's the problem, WWE has burned us with this exact playbook before. How many times have we been promised long-term storytelling only to have it derailed by an injury, a backstage political move, or WWE simply forgetting what they booked 3 weeks ago? I want to believe this leads somewhere meaningful, but my faith in WWE's creative process is hanging by a thread thinner than Brock's commitment to full-time wrestling. Question 5, fantasy booking time. How would you book Cody's road to redemption? Give me your best WrestleMania main event scenario in the comments. Let's talk logistics because this affects everything going forward. Brock Lesnar is now your undisputed champion, which means we're looking at one of two scenarios. Either Brock defends the title at every premium live event, showing up consistently for the first time in his career, yeah, right, or we're about to enter another hostage situation where the championship disappears from television for weeks at a time while WWE scrambles to make the mid-card seem important. Who are Brock's challengers going to be? Cody obviously deserves an immediate rematch, but WWE will probably drag that out until the Royal Rumble at minimum. Seth Rollins could step up, giving us a rematch from their WrestleMania 35 encounter, but does anyone really believe WWE will put the belt back on Seth after giving it to Brock? LA Knight could challenge, but that match would last 6 minutes maximum before Brock suplexes him into retirement. The Undisputed Championship is supposed to represent the absolute best of what WWE has to offer. It should be defended regularly, contested by the top talent, and create must-see television every single week. But with Brock as champion, we're more likely to get Paul Heyman promos, pre-taped vignettes of Brock training, and a whole lot of nothing until WWE decides to actually put him on television again. Social media exploded after this match, and I mean absolutely erupted in ways we haven't seen since Roman's controversial booking at Royal Rumble 2015. Twitter is a warzone right now with #NotMyChampion trending worldwide. Fans are canceling their Peacock subscriptions. Wrestling forums are imploding with debates. This isn't just controversial, it's nuclear. You've got one side arguing that Brock is a legitimate draw who puts eyes on the product and makes every match feel like a legitimate fight. They say his star power is undeniable and that casual fans tune in specifically to see the Beast incarnate destroy people. Fine, I'll acknowledge that Brock has value and that his matches, when he's motivated, can be incredible spectacles. But then you've got the other side, my side, pointing out that this is short-term thinking that damages long-term storytelling. Brock getting the title doesn't create new stars, it reinforces the same hierarchy we've been stuck with for a decade. It tells younger wrestlers that their ceiling is predetermined, that no matter how talented they are or how hard they work, they'll never truly be the guy as long as legends keep coming back for one more run. Here's the bottom line, Wrestling Zone 1 family. What happened on SmackDown is either the beginning of an incredible redemption story or the final nail in the coffin of meaningful championship reigns in WWE. Cody Rhodes deserved better. The fans deserve better. And honestly, even Brock deserved a better storyline than part-timer returns, wins belt, rinse and repeat. I'm choosing to remain cautiously optimistic because I love this business too much to give up on it completely. But WWE is on thin ice right now. They need to prove that this decision wasn't just about cheap headlines and nostalgia pops. They need to show us that Cody's destruction means something, that his journey back will be worth the heartbreak we're all feeling right now. Final question, the big one, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate this booking decision and explain why in the comments. And tell me, will you keep watching WWE after this, or is this your breaking point? If you made it this far, you're a true Wrestling Zone 1 warrior. Smash that like button if you're Team Cody, or drop a comment if you're actually happy about Brock's win. I want to hear all perspectives. Subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're covering every single development in this story, and trust me, it's only getting crazier from here. This is Wrestling Zone 1, where we keep it real, we keep it intense, and we never back down from speaking the truth. See you in the next one.